We are streaming. Hello, hello.
Hello, and welcome to the Antiquing Hour with Benjamin and Michael. I am your host, Michael, here as always with my co-host, Ben.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
Michael. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you again on this, the inaugural Antiquing Hour of the year of our Lord 2018.
The fifth inaugural episode.
Fifth inaugural.
The fifth inaugural.
The first, and hey, Griffham is back. It's always nice. The thing about doing this regularly is seeing regular names pop up. It's a nice seeing regular names pop up that are people I don't know, which is a nice change.
We can hang out with some friendly people.
Yeah,
great.
And James.
And I get a
do it. And James some Pons and with James Pond 2 Codename Robocod, a game so good it has two disparate movie puns in the title.
Now, when you say good,
it's actually good. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase. I have very fond memories of this from my childhood. Whether or not it's good is, I think, secondary to that.
Let me offer a thought here. When you do a spoof, I think you need to retain the internal logic. So take away the spoof for a second and say the title of what they're making fun of. James Bond 2 Robocop. Like, that doesn't... Like, what are you commenting on? Yep. At that point, first of all, I would watch James Bond versus Robocop.
That's a movie that we've been waiting for decades now, and it just hasn't happened yet. I feel like we're getting there. It's a rights issue, I think. I do think all of the rights to both James Bond and Robocop are now both with MGM, but I might be wrong. So what are you doing? What are you doing, MGM? Why,
I don't know.
Make it happen.
So let's jump into the game and just comment on it as we're going here. I'll work in the... I think this quiz today is a little easier. I'm going to set your over-under at 6.
Okay, I can probably manage that. I do have, and you'd forgotten about this. The last time we did this quiz, the punishment... By the way, first level of the game, and it's done. I've just finished the whole first level.
Wait, what?
There's just an exit right there. It's just there. If you ignore the arrow, there's like 3 levels of that first world.
I'm not saying all games need to be Dark Souls, but like some challenge. So the mechanics of this game is there is a very Mylon Secret Castle overworld.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm stretching. I'm just...
What is that power?
I'm exercising my right to...
This power. Such responsibility, such power.
With great pond comes great Robocop ability. No, that didn't quite land, Ben. Never mind. What was the initial question that you were asking that led us...
I have not yet started the quiz because I'm so befuddled by this gameplay. Because it doesn't resemble the first game very much at all.
Oh, it's so different.
I don't know what the hell this is.
It's the stretch mechanic. So Robocod being an underwater agent,
a commonly known trick of fish,
is
that they can elongate their bodies but
infinitely so. Like, we're contained within this fleshy fish body is an infinite.
Wait. Can you get to a part of a stage that is like just straight up tall, and can you see how high it'll go? Or does it really never stop?
It literally never stops.
God.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's incredibly dumb.
It's actually, I mean, if you play this game expecting just a regular platform game and you don't know that that's the mechanic, you're gonna get stuck very quickly. When you know that that's the mechanic, level design makes so much sense in this game because it's almost entirely built around that. Get up there. Oh, I missed. And we are, just for people who are watching this, this is the Amiga version. This game was released, it was developed by Millennium Software and published by, pretty much every company who would publish it in the 90s for a number of different systems. We're playing the Amiga version, so this is the first Amiga game that we've done on the Antiquing Hour.
Oh, that's awesome. Super apologies to everyone in the audience. We are super happy to be back from Christmas break.
Yes.
My allergies are going crazy, and I don't think Ben's are doing much better.
Yeah, I'm a little sniffly.
Sorry about all the snot wiping and sneezing and sniffling. Just what everybody wants to hear as that number goes beep, 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 beep. Okay, so what do we decide on the... So my rule is every time you get one right, I wanted to have a punishment.
Yes.
And my punishment is I have to eat delicious Krispy Kreme powdered donuts every time you get one right. Horrible punishment.
You are known for your severe dislike of powdered sugar donuts. I think the internet probably is very familiar with that, so...
Yeah, as the entire internet's like, not at all. Wait, what? Now, you set a rule for yourself as well. What was... I
did. So last time, the rule was if I went under, I would walk out to my kitchen and get this pack of Sriracha Max sauce from McDonald's that I just had in my fridge, and I would just, I guess, like, do it like a shot. So I preempted the my potential failure by going out and getting that pack before we started streaming.
I set your over-under at 6. Because you got to get at least 6. Well, I think this one's easier.
All right.
But I will warn you ahead of time, these games love their bad puns, and I love my bad puns, so who knows? Play at home, play along, see how many you get correct. This is 10 questions about the James Bond franchise at large.
Of which there are so many games.
True, false. There are more than I thought there were.
Yes.
True, false. Number 1. Are you ready, Benjamin?
Yes, I am, Mike Stefan.
Mike Stefan, that's my name.
Mike Stefan, yes.
Number 1.
All right.
Every James Bond game has a subtitle.
Yes, that is true.
It is true. You are correct. Now it's hard because, again, there's like spin-offs and all kinds of crap.
Yeah. There's like aquatic games and...
All right, I'm going to get unfair now. Number 2. Popular level names from the second game include The Swimming Daylight and On Her Majesty's Weakened Tortoise.
That's false.
What gave it away?
The fact
it's
that
too clever? Are they too good?
I mean, they're great, but also the second game does not have official level titles for most of its
That's not true. That's not true. What? It does. I just changed what they were. They were all the games use bad James Bond movie title puns as their names. I just made up some new
That's interesting. I've never seen the level title. You might be thinking...
I'm not even sure it's part of the game that they show.
I wonder... Yeah, it could be an internal thing, or I know that the Game Boy Advance and PlayStation and Nintendo DS and all those versions that they put out use different levels, and I wonder if they have on-screen level title cards.
What even word would you use to describe this big, very slender, elongated, growing fish? Like, it's such a weird... I can't get over that mechanic. It's so ugly.
It is pretty horrible, but there is actually a canonical name for it, and it is a mistake. It is God's mistake. That's...
Welcome to God's Mistake on the Antiquing Hour with Benjamin and Michael. Mike Stefan.
Mike Stefan and Benjamin Franklin Jr.
Number 3, popular level titles from the first game include License to Spill and Leak and Let Die.
I think that one's true.
It is. I tried to mix you up with the order there. It didn't work. You were 3 for 3, my dude. You were doing great. I am so sorry. I was ignoring my punishment. I have to eat 3 donuts now.
You gotta wolf them. Wolf ram and heart those things right into your gullet.
This is how the internet is about to watch me choke to death.
Because again, you have a noted dislike of... There we go. How did Mikey die? Oh, he went the most wonderful, beautiful way possible. That's at least 4 too many. One of my favorite mechanics in this game, by the way, is if you crouch, you become heavier because, of course, all your weight is in one spot. So it's kind of like Mario's like butt stomp, but you have more aerodynamic something or other. I need to not die anymore, please. Don't hit me with your rhythm stick. There we go. There we go. You are so yeah, Mikey. R.A.P. in peace, Mikey. and I guess I'm the movies with Mikey now. I have to. So the first movie I'm gonna do is the Power Rangers movie from 1997, which I think is.
I look like I just had a really good cocaine party. Hey, does anyone want a party? Woo!
Oh man. You got a lot of ideas going on in your head right now, and you need to share them all with the rest of the group.
I think you put the cocaine in the wrong orifice there. Number 4. James Pond's catchphrase is "I carumbas."
That sounds like the world's worst lie.
Correct.
Thank you for lying to me. I can't trust you anymore, Mikey.
This is a true-false quiz, literally the point of it.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
God, so many snots. Number 5. The James Pond series has numerous fish girl acquaintances, some of which are named Urchin Galore, Octopus, C, ? and Jane Fish Sex.
Did you have help with these? These are horrible, and these cannot be true.
No. Oh, there's 2 more donuts. I'm just getting so punished by you.
Yes, that is what is happening right now, is a punishment.
So punished.
Alright guys, cars or candy? Which level do I do next?
My tummy's starting to hurt.
Well, you have no one to blame, but blame itself.
Number 6. Enemies in the James Pond series include Tumblers, Oddslobs, and Jawsmouth.
Jawsmouth? They were like, should we come up with a pun, or should we just stick mouth? He has a mouth, right? It's got jaws. Yeah, alright, that'll do. Alright, let's go for lunch. Let's have a 2-hour lunch. I think we earned it. We worked hard on this one, guys.
You're trying to kill me. You're actually making my punishment a punishment. Ugh. Is that true or false?
Oh, that's the falsest.
Correct again. You passed your
Yeah.
You are 100% 6 in. Number 7.
All right, so I can beef it for the rest of these. But I'm not going to because you deserve sugary punishment.
I need to take a break for a second. James Pond's code name is 008.
008. I think that one might be true.
Is that your official answer?
That's my official answer.
Correct.
Why is he 008? What is that even supposed to signify?
Because it's 1 more than 7. like, that was the meeting. What's 1 more than 7? 8?
He's one better. He's one better. Oh yeah, all the penguins.
I can't eat the powder donuts right now. Oh god. Number 8. Chris Sorrell, the person that did pretty much everything on James Pond 1, 2, and 3, went on to be the writer of 24 The Game.
I think that might be true. I'm gonna say that's true.
You are correct.
Jesus. He wrote the story for that game?
He wrote the dialogue, everything. He was the writer on it.
Well, I mean,
he has additional writing credits on other games too. You should look through his Moby games. It's pretty interesting. Chris Sorrell.
I think
What's that name?
Well, I mean, he had previous spy experience, obviously, with because of the James Pond franchise. So they probably went straight to him. Like we've seen your stuff. You know your spies. You know your video games. That's all we need to know. Like, just write us a 24 video game.
I haven't even been paying attention to how far you've gotten. This game seems easy as hell and weird. Like on a scale of 1 to all of drugs, how much do you think they were doing when they made this?
I think well, there were drugs left in the world unless we've been getting into fresh resources that have been made after the fact.
Is there a watermark of the character on the screen, or is that your health? Is he holding?
That's the health. So his right hand on our left is how many lives I have, so I can never have more than 4 lives at a time.
Oh.
And the stack of I want to say cigarette packets in his left hand.
Yeah, Tron discs.
Yeah,
nobody knows.
That's HP.
All right, number 9. Chris Sorrell came up with James Pond at a Long John Silver's.
That cannot possibly be true.
Why?
I'm pretty sure that there are 0 Long John Silvers in the UK.
Damn.
I feel like Long John Silver's went, you know what, we want to open a franchise in the UK, and literally every British person got together and said, there is no way, no, you are not doing the horrible things you do to fish in our country. We know better.
I like the Hush Puppies.
Isn't that like a Slurpee or a slushy? But
no, Hush Puppies are basically fried bread. Number 10. There was an App Store game released in 2011 called James Pond in the Deathly Shallows.
That is true. I know that because there was some chatter among the online James Pond fan community about how
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Oh
10
man.
10 out of 10. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Make some noise, chat.
I was not expecting to get a 10 out of 10. That was a challenging quiz.
All right. So how long is James Pond to Back in the Habit, I believe?
James Bond 2, Manchester United 0. It takes about, I watched a couple of long plays of the Amiga version, and it can be finished inside of like an hour, 2 hours.
Okay. Hey, chat, can you look up the James Pond 2 speedrun record and give it to us? Because we're going to beat it. We're going to annihilate it.
In 27 minutes.
While wiping snot from our faces consistently.
Yeah. I don't think there's much of a James Pond 2 speedrun community.
Look at these killer pro strats. Didn't even go out the exit.
You ride the thing and you go up. And then you're up. And what's up, I hear you ask? Well, that's a great question. I do not know. But I'm here now. There's just more level. It's just more of it. And the snake that is now dead.
What would you say the material, like, levels tend to, let me find the words here. Levels tend to be something instead of just random colors.
So your question is, WTF is this?
It looks like a bunch of sponges, but like cartoon sponges, like SpongeBob stuff.
My gut
or
says
cheese.
It's, my gut chocolate. Says they were, yeah. Like this is Candy World. So my gut says this is supposed to be like an orange chocolate.
How many porous candies can you name? 3. Really?
Yes.
Go for it.
Cadbury Whisper, Aero, and Hershey Bubbles.
I'm sorry, Cadbury Whisper is a candy, not a car. Drive the new 2017 Cadbury Whisper.
Yeah, it's you get good gas mileage on the Cadbury Whisper.
It runs on Cadbury cream egg. It's a fascinating breakthrough in modern
you get
science.
Great like egg mileage just after Easter when they're all on sale. You can go into like Vons and buy them for like 30 cents each. But you get terrible gas mileage literally every other time of the year when they are unavailable in the United States. It's a terrible plan on Cadbury's part.
So it's like chocolates and spoons with umbrellas in it, and then you run across this like cheese-like substance that has little furry dudes living in it.
I kind of want to...
I can't place this level.
Yeah, I don't know what it is they thought they were doing with this material. I want to like charitably describe it as like maybe like a Jaffa cake or something, which is like a British. Is this? Oh, it just spat me out back to the front of the level again. That wasn't even the real.
Oh,
answer.
Sorry. Speedrun record, according to BatBot, is 17 minutes 49 seconds.
Okay, well we are already nearly there, and I'm not even through World 3 yet. So
can you finish the entire game in under a minute from now?
I
think that's a thing.
I think it's definitely achievable.
Okay.
That's it. I can't think of a good solid foundational reason why I might not be able to do it.
Other than the solidity of space-time.
Other than
the fact that,
other than the fact that I'm no longer a time bender.
Also, it's kind of weird that their sort of elevator platforms are spikes.
Yeah,
I don't understand any of the mechanics. Like, you're underwater, but you can't swim. They had to add all these other physical mechanics.
Oh, I'm not underwater anymore.
But that's where fish die.
Yeah, but he's also been cybernetically augmented to be a lean, mean fish machine.
Oh, of course. All right, now we're into the yogurt world.
Yeah.
Yogurt swirled.
Oh no, these are cakes. These are cakes, Michael.
Would you say they're Jaffa cakes?
No,
I always hear English people talking about the Jaffa cakes. I don't know what that means.
No, these are not Jaffa cakes, and do not speak of which you do not know, Michael.
I was literally asked in the form of a question.
Next time, well, yeah, I mean there is that. I guess next time I see you, I'm gonna give you some Jaffa cakes and film your reaction. I feel like that's a thing we have to do. Maybe that's
more like Laffer cakes. Hilarious.
Maybe that's the revival of British Candy Authority, is just me coming out to Texas with a big old bag of British stuff and saying, hey Mikey, have that. And we film that for a couple of hours. And then release them steadily over a period of 3 or 4 months.
I believe it. I believe it. So, can you, and chat, feel free to help us out here. I want to reconstruct the plot line here because I'm not sure. So, they obviously wanted to add some new mechanics in the second game, which I think is smart. You know, keep your franchise viable.
Yeah.
Robocod. Are all his powers a result of him becoming some sort of fish cyborg? A fishborg, if you will?
Well, no, because fishborg is a contraction of fish and organism. So every fish is a fishborg.
No, that's a fish org.
No,
they're not organisms.
You don't know that. You don't know their life.
Yeah,
you don't know their story. Have you not read any of the James Pond
Speaking
tie-in
outside
novels?
my privilege again.
Charlie Hickson wrote some fantastic James Pond tie-in novels that really kind of bring the franchise together.
I desperately want you not to be lying to me right now. Because I want to, like, look it up. Is there James Pond fanfiction? Chat, hit us up with links if you can find any, and I will read it online on the air.
Please do.
God, there's gotta be. Also, so you're a fish, but you've never actually swam in this game. You've done everything but swim.
I've flown.
Right. That's not generally a quality I would associate with fish.
Flying salmon. Boom.
And can't you just, drive all the way up? Or were they very careful about how they did? Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, so I've got to find another way up.
They call this the
Eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight.
The Frogger conundrum.
Yes.
You can't just.
And the game's just like, here, have some health, because you clearly were not good last time. This is the James Pond equivalent of that cave in Super Mario World, where it just gives you a bunch of those balloon power-ups, and you got to float your way to the top.
I'm being told from chat it won't let them link the James Pond fanfiction in chat. Just tweet it to me at MikeyFace, and I will absolutely read it. If that is a real thing, because I desperately need this to be a real thing.
This is okay. So the quality and content of the fanfiction is going to be determined by whether you find it on fanfiction.net or Archive of Our Own.
The last time I read fanfiction was like Small Wonder fanfiction, and it was a real bad.
Was that for an episode of the Chainsaw Super
yeah,
podcast?
yeah, literally the last time I read fanfiction. Oh, there it is. Yes, thank you, Ross, son of Lars.
I'm literally writing some Doctor Who fanfiction right now as a kind of a writing exercise. Not right now.
I think it's useful writing exercise, actually. Yeah. You got to get used to writing other people's characters, and I think that's a really good way to become a better writer of that type. I honestly do. But I will not savor the moment to read some James Pond fanfiction.
Yes, please do. Oh, I
and
can't
print
wait.
it out on my fancy paper. It's not fancy.
Now, how are you going to give it to me? Let me rephrase that question, because that was going into a weird play dead. What was I talking about? Yeah, so with regards to James Pond, are you going to try to put your own spin on the character, or are you going to try to give us an interpretation of Pond via...
I was just gonna do what his actual voice sounds like. You've heard it on the commercials where he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm James Bond."
Oh, yeah, I forgot that for the animated series he was voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait. What are you talking about?
Now it sounds like Mordecai again.
That was Mr. Bean. That was definitely This is trippy. Okay, guys, this is it. If you want to know where Mario Galaxy ripped off all their ideas, they clearly just went to town. They just hoovered up every concept that James Pond 2 Codename Robocod had to offer.
This is a fan fiction called James Pond Wars.
Wars.
Well, so it is a combination of universes, both James Pond and Star Wars. Hence James Pond.
Two great tastes that taste baffling together.
It stars in order of appearance ... kind of. Like, just write in order of appearance. You don't need to write ... kind of. It stars Flea, and his character description is a flea, also a microchip, and accomplished lounge singer. I like the way you write. James Pond, second build,
in his own fanfic.
Our plucky hero, and also a goldfish. Oh, why is James Pond in the lower right or lower left looking all sad?
Because I only have 2 lives left, and he's not happy about that.
No, he is not. All right. Princess Yak Rebellion leader, stunningly beautiful in a hairy kind of way.
All right, good job. Whoever wrote this.
Don't write that.
This
the best character name? Obendy Dingo, the Aussie geezer with a score to settle. Okay. I will get you. My name isn't Obendy Dingo. Like, it's not very scary. Another good one. Han Llama.
Han Solo, but a llama is the character description.
Outsider and a bit of rough, but inside, an all-round good guy. He did murder that guy that one time, though.
He did. What does he sound like, Michael?
Hello, I'm Han Llama. Hey, fed up.
Sheboygan.
Ciabatta, the real, all caps, bolded, the real star of the show.
The real Slim Shady.
And I want to point out, when you write Ciabatta, the real star of the show, I'm guessing that is then a stand-in for the author, because everyone writes themselves as a hero of their own story. Hans Warthog co-pilot and voice of skepticism in the proceedings.
Okay, good. I'm glad that he's in there.
And last, but not last, there's so many more.
So this whole fanfic is just a list of characters this person thought would be
cool. You know
what?
I'll just get through the character names, because I'll just roll. There's Yodel, Darth Carp, our celebrity guest Arnold Schwarzenegger as evil Dr. Chipmunk.
Okay, good.
I wish I made that up. I want this person to write my quiz for James Pond next time. Arnold Schwarzenegger as evil Dr. Chipmunk.
I'm into it.
The Starship Gerbils.
I love that the Starship is a character. That's very true to...
Apologies for the words that are about to come out of my mouth. Cover your kids' ears. Again, I'm just reading. Martha Fokker the Mutt, which I guess is a spin-off of Meet the Parents. I don't...
Yeah, it's one of the kids from, like, Meet the Fockers grows up and becomes an accomplice to James Pond.
I think they might have stopped trying at the bottom here. The next character's name is just Lando. But it gets like racist.
Oh no!
I don't even want to read the.
Oh no! Tell me there's other James Pond fans. I don't want to endorse the casual racism anymore.
Yeah, it just says slimy turncoat and two-faced Hispanic crustacean.
Oh no!
You didn't spell crustacean right, and also, why'd you gotta do that? Why'd you gotta do that? And then General Polly.
Oh, everyone loves
All right.
General Polly.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, where are all these jerks coming from?
Excuse me.
Look at all these boys.
Excuse me.
Sorry. I'm upset.
Excuse me.
You're right.
A long time ago, in a fish pond, far, far away, lived a goldfish with a shiny black tail. He had lived with his aunt and uncle fish for his whole life and dreamed of becoming an intergalactic spy. As you do, just, you want to take me to dinner first? Just right into the intergalactic spy stuff. Little did he know. Wait. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop here and I'm going to give you one more fact. And this is the fact we stop on. Are you ready?
All right, go for it.
This story takes place on a planet named Toilet Seat.
Hi, Ben Padden, Daily Bugle. A couple of quick questions. What the frickle frackle?
Count it! Yeah, that got, not... I love all the jokes about the James Pond cinematic universe. Yeah. That was very confusing. So that got us to the half of the hour mark.
Good job.
We did it 30 minutes.
Yeah, we have not beaten the global James Pond 2 Codename Robocod speedrun thing, though. And I don't think we're ever going to, and I think we just need to be okay with that.
Maybe we're second. Also, James Pond in the lower left looks very drunk.
Yeah, I'm literally down.
Hi, everyone. It's just Pond. I'm a spy boy.
I'm down on my last life. I beefed it a couple of times in that last level.
Hey, Brian. That's what James Pond actually sounds like. Hey, Brian.
Is that like a drunk Patrick Warburton?
Peter.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter.
The XL was nice. So this level is gears and cards.
And now that
very fish themed.
And now
for
it's done.
For as fish puns as they really don't have fish things. It just looks like you're fighting flying gonzos made of playing cards. Does that look? It's Gonzo.
Well,
that's Gonzo.
That's definitely a
the
bird.
Ace of Gonzos.
The ace of. I'm not even sure he was good enough to be an ace. He's a flying ace. I just got that.
Hey, here's a really fun experience. If you wrote some fan fiction you would like to share and have me read on the air, please tweet me that as well.
That definitely won't backfire.
I will read it totally straight. Or if you want it to be read goofy, I'll read it however you want me to. If you want me to hear my voice read your fan fiction, I'll read a part of it if you send it to me. I'm an equal opportunity fan fictioneer.
This is interesting. I've reached a dead end. I can't go anywhere.
Or just write fan fiction about me and Ben playing James Pond.
And regretting... Oh, do we want to... No, we don't want to talk about that. Okay, never mind. Fanfiction of the show, question mark, asked Chris Rock. I never thought I would live to see the day where Chris Rock asks if it's okay for us to... for him to write fanfiction.
I'm going to write some Chris Rock fanfiction right now. It's going to be about UB40. No, CB40. UB40 is a band.
I mean, it can still be about UB40. I mean, if Arnold Schwarzenegger can play evil Dr. Squirrel or whatever.
Yeah, but if you're going to make a movie about UB40, you have failed in your mission if that movie is not called Red, Red Wine.
Do you think that's likely to happen, though?
No, none likely.
I mean,
CB4 was the name of the movie. Sorry. I'm showing how much I don't actually like that movie. It was something I saw when I was like 10.
I know that they are the Queen biopic, or the Freddie Mercury biopic. They announced the title is going to be Bohemian Rhapsody, and my first thought was, does it have to be? That just seems a little on the nose. I don't know. I mean, it's a song that everyone associates with Queen, but what do I know? I eat the heads off fish.
Fish heads are good.
They're great. They're delicious, and that's where the protein is.
That is where the protein lives.
Doink.
So how many more, like, how far into the overworld is it? Did you just fall out of the level? Oh, crap.
I'm on a springboard trying to...
This is so baffling. Like, it's such a sparse level. Can you not just hold left?
There we go. Oh, I can't. And the exit doesn't even exit because I haven't found any of the fish yet. Sorry, the penguins.
I don't understand this at all.
So, in order to unlock the exit on some levels, you have to find all of the penguins. And then once you've found the penguins and collected the penguins, then the exit becomes active and you can...
You know what sort of bothers me? Go back down for a second.
Sure thing.
If you look at this, sorry, just look at the background.
Oh, it doesn't... Yeah, it's the lack of parallax scrolling on the background.
Well, that is annoying, but if you notice, like, this is the cheapest trick in the world. They actually sort of made the gears like... Because this is what's hard about animated pixel art, is you want the gears to do this.
Yeah.
They just faded them for this part because they couldn't get that to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a bit crap.
It's a bit rubbish.
But it was just one dude, so I get it. I understand. You gotta cut corners. We need to. So I just don't understand the aesthetic of this game.
The aesthetic of this game is whatever they thought they would put in the game at that particular moment.
Fair.
Hey, one of the vehicles you can drive in this game is a flying bathtub.
You're fighting pterodactyl gonzos made of playing cards.
They're
nothing
aces.
In this game makes sense.
I don't think it's supposed to. I think you're looking for logic and reason where none may exist. And
does he have sonic feet?
He gets sonic feet.
So you gotta earn them, James Bond. You gotta earn your sonic feet. Nothing's free in this world, boy.
It's like the first James Bond, when they went back and rebooted it, and they got Daniel Craig to come in, and that first James Bond game is about him earning his sonic feet.
I was gonna turn Casino Royale into a fish pun, but I couldn't think of one. In the comments, please list your best.
Casino Royale. That one writes itself. It's done.
Yeah, but you can't say it. I think a good pun has to be able to be said.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, you could have a good pun be written, but I mean, to be a really good pun, I think you need to find one that...
Carpsino Royale.
Okay.
Tell me I'm not doing a better job than literally everyone who's ever worked on a James Bond game.
Cannot take that back. Cannot take that back.
Up I go. Or down I go. Is there a fish in here? There is no... So that's
my favorite tweet. 3, 4. Watching at Mikey Face and at Ben Patton on FilmJoy Media play a game called James Bond 2 Codename Robocod because I don't have cable, so I missed the Twilight Zone marathon. Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to us. I missed the Twilight Zone marathon. I mean, I'd be watching that if I'd known the.
Isn't it on Netflix?
Is it?
I think Twilight Zone's on Netflix. No, I could be wrong.
Okay, Lieutenant has a suggestion. Casino Sting Royale. It's like right direction. I just don't know if it landed.
It's definitely like it's in the ballpark.
Casino Oyster Ale. I don't. That just sounds like Casino Ginger Ale.
Casino Royale, says Nick.
Casino Royale.
That's it.
We have a winner.
We got it.
Oh.
So all we need now is a spec script.
Nick Casino, or just Nick. I thought his name was Nick Casino because I can't read. Although Nick Casino is a pretty cool name. James Bond will fight Nick Casino in James Bond 4. Leave the subtitle in the comments.
No, that's the subtitle. Because they know that you'll be watching
James Bond 4, leave the subtitle in the comments.
Yeah, because they know you're going to be watching it on YouTube. So, oh, farts. That's how I feel about this.
Oh, farts.
You came and you gave without taking.
It's going to be in your tombstone. Ben Patton, Ah, farts.
No, I've told you what I want my epitaph to read. I'm sure I've told you.
Yeah, probably, but let's refresh everyone's memory.
I want it to say, and it has to say these words exactly. I don't care, comma, just make sure it isn't something stupid. I want those words, word for word.
You got it. You got it.
I want people to look at it and think, oh, that's the tombstone equivalent of a birthday cake that says, happy birthday, and underneath... bashing
this poor fish's head into the ceiling over and over and over.
Listen, he thinks he's a spy and a robot. You think he doesn't already have some kind of cranial injury?
I wouldn't stop at one.
This fish has concussion.
Oh. Ugh. You could have gone with codcussion or
That's
anything.
too... You don't go with your first instinct. You go with the second or third.
But that's how bad happens.
It's all how bad happens, Mikey.
That's the only way.
Forget it, Mikey. It's James Pond 2, Codename Robocod.
Hold left.
I am literally holding left. I have to decelerate as I approach.
How do you decelerate?
There we go, like that.
Oh, look at that.
And this isn't... No. Tell me I'm not doing that same level again. I'm not.
No, that's new. That's new. You gotta use your sonic feet.
Isn't that was a song, wasn't it? Use your sonic feet?
It was by Paula Abdul, I believe.
Yeah, it sounds like...
Use your sonic feet. Ooh, use your sonic feet.
Yeah.
Beat, use your sonic feet.
That's almost exactly what it is.
I think I just stole the musical rhythm from beep bop 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 beep bop bop. I'm the scat man. Oh, yeah. Doesn't work as well when you're talking about James Pond.
I'm a fish droid bee.
Ow. So, the cans above you. Go up for a second. Oh, whoops. I meant the. Can you go back? I want to see what that can says because it looks to me like it says "Free Dad." Wow, no. He got a concussion. Very good, Clinton. Jones.
I know Clint. Our pun game is just being wrecked by the chat, and I'm okay with that.
I don't mind us being the pun stream. Everybody's into it. Puns are what the kids are really getting into now.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Punitentiary with Ben and Mikey.
Welcome back to the Punitentiary with Benjamin and Michael.
This is the punishment detail.
I've been imprisoned for 35 years.
For crimes.
For crimes against
Just for crimes.
Myself. FilmJoy? Yeah, but we gotta retitle the channel. It's FilmJoy now.
Pun Center, that show is just me talking about puns that were originally from one medium and then...
You know what sucks? If we change the channel to that, it would get more subs. Like, just go straight to the lowest common denominator and then famous on YouTube. Just ask Logan Paul.
I was gonna say, then we go to that.
Here's when you know you're screwed. You can make his name the punchline to literally any joke. And it always works right now. You're in a bad spot, my dude.
He made a mistake, and the mistake was continuing to make a string of mistakes.
Yeah, but it was like 14 mistakes in a row.
Yeah. It was like a mistake combo breaker.
If anything, if I was his handlers, I would have fired myself. Like, how did that get through?
Yeah, you can't quit me, I'm fired.
You can't quit me, I'm fired.
Can I go down to that gap that I saw earlier? So, I want to talk a little bit about the history of James Pond 2, Codename Robocod, developed by Millennium Software.
Hit me with it.
So,
story time.
There are... So there are multiple releases of this game. Even for the Amiga, there are 3 separate versions of this game. There was the... In the same way that PCs had, like, ECA and VGA and so on, the Amiga for a hot minute had...
Did you say ECA?
Did I say ECA? What did I say? What did I mean to say?
There was CGA, EGA, VGA, SVGA, XGA.
Yeah.
Those are all later though.
So
this is 16 colors, so it's EGA.
Well, on the Amiga, the hardware, the chip architecture that they used was called, I think, OCS. And then later Amigas, the Amiga 1200, 4000, and the CD32 used a chipset that they called AGA, which I think was Advanced Graphic Architecture. So they released two versions of James Pond for the Amiga. They released the OCS version and the AGA version, which ostensibly has more colors, but having played it, it doesn't look all that different.
I'm getting really tired of these gear levels.
I'm really hoping this is the last one, because these gears. This is as a kid, I remember this level.
So I'm being the car. I'm gonna be the voices of the people in the game now.
Is that what they sound like?
I probably, but maybe there's like a like it's a revving engine. Yeah, exactly. Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
That's how you do it.
Just put that in the game.
Yeah, just drop it in.
You nailed it.
So yeah, so 2 versions of James Pond 2 for the Amiga home computer, and then the AGA version was retrofitted to become the CD32 version, because why develop a new version of a game for a system when you can just like do a copy-paste port? The CD32 version I love. It has great... The CD audio is fantastic. It has an opening animated cinematic by Cosgrove Hall, who are the guys who did Count Duckula and Danger Mouse.
I was like, oh, she played iCarly, of course. Cosgrove Hall.
Yeah. And fans of Doctor Who might recognise Cosgrove Hall as the guys who did the animated reconstruction of the missing episodes of the second Doctor serial, The Invasion from Doctor Who.
All right, so what floor are we on now?
This is technically floor 1, 2. This is floor 4, and it's a boss level.
Okay.
And as memory serves, it's an angry car that spits out smoke.
Whoa!
This car's not a happy camp, and I'm dead. I'm a dead fish, man.
He shot other cars out of his car hole.
Can your car not do that?
No, it's a RAV4. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have to pay extra for that.
I like economy, and that's it.
Dang. This game is unforgiving with its collision detection. Or I'm just really bad at it. Oh, son of...
The Mask.
Yes.
Great film, great game.
That's the next Movies with Mikey, isn't it?
Yeah, Son of the Mask, starring Jamie Kennedy. I've been waiting this whole time to get Jamie Kennedy on Movies with Mikey.
And this is it?
I kept putting Scream up. It never happened.
Can you not just call him up?
At this point, probably.
I
don't know what Jamie Kennedy's up to.
I'm surprised he hasn't called you.
The other, actually, pretty much every other cast member of Scream did kind of go on to bigger and better things. I mean, Matthew Lillard really had a career resurgence in like the 2010s to 2012 kind of area.
Yeah, and he's
Skeet Ulrich is on Riverdale and he rules. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, like, sorry, bud. Sorry, Jamie Kennedy. You got X'd. Isn't that what they used to say on the Jamie Kennedy experiment?
It was definitely in that ballpark.
You got X'd. Oh, okay.
I like when people
He's flashing.
When people got punked, it was like, oh man, I've been punked. And when people got Jamie Kennedy X, they were like, oh, okay, that's how just happened to me.
My favorite thing, because this joke did come from somewhere because it came in the bit, but like, if you watch the later seasons of Punked, a lot of them do go, Jamie, sorry, no, who was Punked? Ashton, come out, you know. And that became the shorthand for you just did something horrible to me, was to look off stage and go, Ashton! Yeah. But that actually started on the show.
Nice.
As did Dax Shepard and some other people.
Okay, so... Yeah, Jamie Kennedy's going to be calling you any day now. So board games or bath time of the two themes?
Bath time?
Yeah, this world to my left is the
Let's get some
world.
water in our fish water game.
Yeah, that seems like the way to go. Oh no, remember I told you could fly a bathtub? Sheboygan, check me out.
Best use of Sheboygan ever.
He looks so surly though. Look at this sprite for his flight. Like he's got his flying bath face on.
I'm James Pond.
Get in with that life.
We are watching a fish fly around in a bathtub. Man, I didn't know what my life was going to be like in my 20s, but I'm really glad it turned out like this.
Yeah.
'Cause what?
Ben, if you'd asked like 10 years ago, like I've been living in America for 4 months, and you've said, "Hey Ben, what do you think you're going to be doing in 10 months?" I probably would have said, I'll probably still be working for Disney. I'll probably be maybe doing a little bit of writing. Maybe
That's
my
an easy one.
maybe my webcomic stuff will take off. No, flying bathtub, Mikey Newman. That's it.
It's still going.
Whose
house is this?
It's God's.
It's not his. He's a fish. Fish can't own houses. It's racist, but it's true.
Fish can't own property.
I didn't make that rule. I'm just telling you what it is. Are those like bathtub plugs or something?
They're bath plugs. Yeah, that's right.
Why is there multiple of them hanging from the ceiling?
Because of the God principle.
Because of the God principle.
The God principle, by which I mean Principal God.
The God principle, starring Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie!
Jamie, come out! Come out, buddy.
Come out.
I wonder who owns the license to the Jamie Kennedy experiment. I'm pretty sure. Was that on WB back in the day?
I think in the UK. I think it aired on like E4, one of those weird.
Because here's a really funny idea: you license it from WB, like a big show, and it has nothing to do with the original show or star Jamie Kennedy, but you still call it the Jamie Kennedy experiment, even though it's like a drama. Starring Courtney Cox.
You do like a Riverdale style reboot of the Jamie Kennedy experiment.
Everything's all like, "Hello, I'm Jamie Kennedy, and today someone's gonna die. Do you want to die, Sydney?" That's Scream.
Oh, is that what you were referencing?
Scream.
Okay, cool. Scream.
I want to see what your insides look like. Okay. And he's like, I'm sorry, I want to see what your insides look like. Sorry.
I want to see. Yeah, I'm kind of keen to see what your insides look like. I want a socially awkward serial killer which I guess is just all serial killers, but no, that's a wrong thing to say, Ben. No, I want a serial killer who's like still does the phone call stuff, but is like has like severe phone anxiety.
Right. I'm scared of phones. I just run away from them. I know what a phone is.
Oh, here we are.
You're in the water.
This is it.
You're in the water. We did it. We did it.
This is what James Pond is all about.
Wow, a yellow submarine. Little on the nose, guys.
It took nearly an hour for us to get to a point where we were a fish swimming.
Yeah, it's like reverse Mario.
Yeah. In that he's a plumber and it took him 20 years to do any plumbing. That's better music and we won't stand for it.
Yeah, I can't hear the music from the game, so I'm sure that was really obnoxious. I won't do it again. Very much a Pac-Man vibe with the collectibles. When you say, like, the fruits, the bell.
Yeah.
Like, if you find a pretzel, I'm gonna have some words. But then there's, like, playing cards that, like, there's so many symbols, I don't know what any of them do. Are they just all different point values? Is it just, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, they just, they're just things you collect and they have a point.
So each suit is worth 4.
Yes.
Hey, can you look something up for us? What is the world record high score on Twin Galaxies for James Pond 2?
Codename Robocod.
Is it 297,300?
And
we just got it.
We
did it.
I do want to stress the Amiga version because the Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, PS1, PS2, PS3 versions are all very, very different.
I'm sorry, there's a PS3 version of
Yes,
James?
and it's just a port of the PS2 version, which is just a port of the PS1 version, which is just a port of the Game Boy Advance version.
Are they even ports, or do they just run the software and the emulator on the system?
It is definitely not emulated.
Oh, interesting.
I think the Game Boy Advance version may have been built on the code for the Super Nintendo version of James Pond 2, which was called Super James Pond, fact fans.
Excuse me, very important question from chat. Lieutenant asks, why is there seaweed in the background of the bathtub level?
Have you never seen what happens when you don't clean your bath out regularly?
I'll accept it. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all, but I'll accept it.
Do you want to know what else doesn't make sense?
Collect your faucets underwater!
There's a lot of things that don't make sense. Extra lives, by the way, are those Ankh symbols.
Is that a bonus level?
Yeah, that was a bonus level. I just collected a bunch of nonsense. Are we seriously like picking apart the logical inconsistencies in a game called James Pond 2 Codename Robocod? Is that where we've landed on the? Well, is that where we landed on?
No, I'm gonna push against that because I think no matter how silly your game is and whatever, I think the internal logical consistency needs to make sense. You can't just put.
Oh, I agree.
Look to your no. Oh, I was gonna tell you not to pick up the vacuum cleaner that is A, smaller than a fish, and B, in a shipwreck underwater from a ship that was built some 200 years before vacuum cleaners were existed. What is the internal logic of your game, James Pond?
The internal logic is we just want to make a fun game for kids that they'll enjoy, and you know what? They succeeded.
And kids love vacuum cleaners.
Kids are known for their appreciation of cleaning appliances.
That Nanny from Muppet Babies taught us that.
Yes.
Muppet Babies, all of the dreams come true.
Do you know what I watched over Christmas for the first time? Is the
Christmas Carol?
No, Muppet Family Christmas.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's a big crossover between The Muppet Show, Sesame Street, and Fraggle Rock.
That isn't cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue?
No, it's...
Which also had the Muppet Babies on it?
It did have the Muppet Babies on it. But no, this was actual Muppets as opposed to cartoon. And it was actually really good. It was a lot of fun. It's on YouTube.
Now, as a British person...
Yes,
and
one of those.
Forgive me if this is culturally insensitive. How often do you in anger call someone a Muppet?
Almost never.
You've done it to me before,
it's possible I've done it to you.
Just only me.
I reject soundly the notion of the word Muppet as a thing you call someone when you're upset with them. Like, I reject that. I think Muppet's such a soft... And Muppets as creatures are very soft and kind and supportive and loving. And so when I call someone a Muppet, I mean it as an endearment. Like, it is...
I'm trying to make sense of the internal logic going on. Hey man, how do you get a high score? Well, as a fish running through a bathroom, don't forget to collect your vacuum cleaners, your umbrellas, your hearts, diamonds, like your unks. Like what? Is he Prince all of a sudden?
The unks are extra lives. Like riddle me this, Batman. I don't get.
Wait, the Ankh has extra lives?
Yeah, collecting an Ankh gives you an extra life. I think they changed it on the Super Nintendo version to be his actual head.
Oh.
But on the Amiga version, it's an Ankh.
Yeah, I don't think you would get away with that in America. I mean, you have to change it.
Yeah. I think also, I mean, this game came out in 1991, so Nintendo would definitely have made them change the Ankh, if nothing else.
Get the watermelon. Sorry, I must have missed it. Did anyone post the high score from Twin Galaxies yet? Because I feel like we gotta be hitting it.
Getting all these bath hammers. Could you not? There we go.
Okay, so we're back to the semi-transparent, spongy.
The thing is, every solid surface on this game is semi-transparent, and I've never understood why they did that.
I don't understand how the auto-scrolling level actually has parallax that works correctly.
But none of the other levels do.
That's insulting. Get your egg! Get the bathroom egg! Please quote that on Twitter.
Hashtag bathroom
Get the bathroom egg.
That's the episode title. Is bathroom egg. We found it.
I think you need to call to action. I would almost go get the bathroom egg.
Get the bathroom egg. I like it.
Whole thing, or the bathroom egg. Whatever. You not do your thing. Collect armor. Is that armor?
Yeah, it's invulnerability. This is basically a Mario star. It also makes the music faster for the duration, which is really annoying.
Got another one up. He doesn't have that many fingers though. He only has 4.
No, any one up you collect beyond the 4 just is gone.
Did you get the bathroom guitar? Whew, thank God. Like, it's just random stuff.
Casino Royale. Hashtag.
Casino Royale is still very good. Actually, that should probably be the name.
Yeah.
That absolutely has to be the name. Plus, it came from the audience, which means it's all of our show together. Ben, is there a different song ever in this game, or just the one? Ask Chris Rock again. Chris Rock is still here. I thought you'd be busy, my dude.
Don't you have like a show coming out on Netflix soon? You should probably be working on that, right?
I'm sure that's already done.
I was already done.
Was that a secret block?
Yeah, it's a secret block.
How'd you know it was there?
Because when I stepped on it from the top, it shook.
Get the donut and the sea urchin. I don't know what any of those are.
I'm none the wiser, I'm afraid. Look at this jerk, this flyboy up here. Cherry, good. Poison.
Okay, cherry, poison,
strawberry.
My favorite. Do you ever play that game in school? Cherry, poison, strawberry.
Oh yeah.
Where somebody puts the 3, you know what I'm saying, the 3 fruits in front of you, and one will kill you.
Yeah, but it's always the jar of poison. That's kind of the tell. So nobody
labeled poison. It's like a cherry, poison, and a strawberry. And you're like, I don't know. Did you get the dentures from the car?
It's still a very. I didn't.
Hashtag car dentures.
You know, there's this game.
It's amazing. I love it. I adore this. This is my favorite episode we've done. This is so wacky.
I think I'm gonna have to hack the Super Nintendo version into my Super NES Mini Classic now, just to have it immediately accessible.
Quick, get over to the jumping popsicle.
Ben, no, do better than this.
You know what would be amazing?
If they made a new James Bond game that didn't suck.
Well, 1, the background is also scrolling in the regular levels now.
That's interesting.
2, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a bunch of Cheerios on the background, sort of in the shape of a path, and little Micro Machines car drove by in the background? Oh, just like every so often, like crossover you've been waiting for. Do you have to guess which of the exit is?
I think they all lead to different places. I'm gonna pick this one.
Do it, man.
Yeah. Here I am. Domino's. Sponsors of this week's Antiquing Hour is Domino's. We're not pizza, we're a toy. Please stop asking us for meat lovers.
Oh man, you made me hungry for a meat lovers.
I can't get pizza till Friday at the earliest, but I've been craving a pizza.
Why can't you have it till Friday?
I'm just trying to pace myself when it comes to my pizza consumption.
Right. Okay.
You don't want to overdo it with pizza.
I definitely do that a lot.
I don't want to end up in like TMZ with like internet famous Britishman Benjamin Patton ODs on pizza.
Now,
oops.
I love the playing cards because they're like, this doesn't read as playing cards at all. What should we do? Just write playing cards on it. Don't put little symbols that we literally already have that are in the background on every other piece of, like, no, write playing cards because it looks like lipstick almost.
I wonder if it's basically lipstick.
I adore this game. I adore it.
I just died. Now, this game's magical. I mean, I can tell you the exact place, exactly where I was when I first played this game. My dad had a friend back in England when I was still very, very young. I must have been, God, I think I first played this in '92, so I would have been 6, 7 years old at this point. And my dad did a lot of like video editing on his Amiga on the side. And he met this. My dad's day job was he was the manager of a laser tag place in my hometown. And he met this guy who would regularly just come in drunk and just start having a conversation. And this guy's name was... This is not an interesting story, so this is not great stream fodder. But the long and the short of it is I was at my dad's friend's place while they were doing video editing stuff in Scala, I think, on the Amiga. And that was the first time I played James Pond. An illegally acquired copy of James Pond on my dad's friend's Amiga 1000. And I had so much fun with it that my dad asked if he could take a copy home. So that's how I got James Pond too.
I love that story, actually. That was a warm story. So... one of the really cool things about this level, they didn't have to do, and I don't know if you're going to get back to the straight over the cards part again, but if you notice, because the cards are rounded and there's little crevices in between each one,
yeah.
When it's straight, they actually made it not just a straight clipping plane, they actually made it kind of, you run, and you're like,
yeah.
You watch, see, you divot? That's polish. I'm actually impressed by that. Like, most game developers would have just been like, nope, it's straight. See, like... Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. It's just an aesthetic touch, but I think it's really cool.
That's something I've always really liked about this game is that this is a game that always takes its edges into consideration, and I don't know whether that's because like I don't know if they've coded these particular tiles to be like 45-degree inclines, or if they're using something else to whether they're looking at like pixel.
Well, can you do it slowly?
Let me see if I can.
Like just tap it down. I think that is a 45-degree, which is how you would do it.
Yeah.
That long. I mean, you're not gonna code a parabolic fall.
Yeah.
Because you're basically coding the clip.
But then how do you? I mean, these are very very small. Like
yeah, I know. That's why I found it impressive.
That's a 1x1 tile. I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty dope.
Doing it.
And/or baller.
It might be. I don't know. There might be 3 tiles where 1 tile is the...
Yeah. Another fun fact about
this
game...
But it looks like big.
Is this is a huge game. I mean, there are so many levels on this game, and it is compressed down onto a single Amiga floppy disk. Like, most Amiga games of this size were on, like, 2 or 3 discs. I remember playing Bart versus the Space Mutants on the Amiga as a kid, and that came on 2 discs.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was not a good game.
That game's hard. That first level, like, took me a week when I was a kid.
I think
it doesn't even conceptually explain it. You'd have to like sort of use context clues to figure it out.
Yeah, it was. I remember. You're changing the purple stuff to orange, and okay. I guess that's what I've got to do.
Yeah.
And then like realizing that that's what I've got to do and figuring out how to do all the other stuff. It took me ages. Like I wish I could say it took me a week. A week is impressive, I think. Oh hey.
You found the top.
I found the secret entrance to the Star World.
That is where the cars live.
Yes.
You want. Please. That's where the cars live. Please take one. No, that's not. That's not the one.
What's up here? Oh, nothing. Okay, cool.
Wait, hey.
Dead.
Here's a funny, hilarious thing. Oh, damn it. Did you notice that there were playing cards up there that actually just look like... I'm just laughing because they thought they needed to write playing cards on the side of it, but actually they have the shorthand for a deck of cards right there.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that would have been too easy. Well, I wonder if they localized the playing card sprite.
They coded it on the ceilings too.
Yeah, it's pretty baller.
That's dope. James Pond, you went for that. Polish. Digging it. Killed Gonzo the flying card.
I'm a big fan of this. This is a genuinely... It's silly, but it's a genuinely fun game to play.
I'm digging it. I'm glad we chose this for today.
Yeah.
Now, as we enter our last 20 minutes on stream today,
yes.
Benjamin Patton, what would you like to play next week?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
Chat, also, weigh in the chat. What would you like to see us play?
I almost feel like next time we should maybe like veer a little bit into the PS1 era.
Ooh, I like where your head's at. Actually, the Chris Sorrell worked on one of the medieval sequels.
Oh, I did not know that. You know what? It's been a long time since I played a medieval game. I can't even tell you whether I liked them or not.
I think. See, playing cards.
There we go.
They actually already had the. That is hilarious. It was probably a studio note. What is this? I got my playing cards all say playing cards right on the side. How else would I know?
Yeah. Well, they did this stack, and then the studio note says, "Well, how will we know he's damaged?" And then they tattooed damage onto his. Oh wait, sorry, I'm thinking of something else.
The it's not the credits. The chat has thrown. I'll try to read only the PS1 ones out. Gex the Gecko, who is the most annoying character in video game history.
I don't know that I've ever played a Gex game, but I do know that my acquaintance, the esteemed Mr. Danny John Jules, was the voice of Gex in at least one of the games.
Gex is like the quintessential 90s extreme, but like total asshole.
Cool.
Oh, this is an interesting level.
What is their thought process here? Because I'm...
Go over it, maybe? Yeah, I don't...
Maybe I'm supposed to go here.
Oh... Yeah, but where do you go from there?
To hell, I guess. I guess this is the.
You piss off and you go screw yourself. That's where.
This is James Purgatory. We told one pun
votes
too
for
many.
Bubsy as well.
Oh,
although PS1 Bubsy was Bubsy 3D, if I'm not mistaken.
Bubsy
which no
3D is a nightmare realm.
There's no way to play it because it's just boring. Everybody leaves. Like this game at least changes. Like Bubsy is just collect 100 things.
Man, I really do feel sorry for the guys making Bubsy 3D because they genuinely thought they were doing something new and innovative.
They did get kind of hosed by Mario 64, but you don't always know what's in development when you have a good idea.
Yeah, and they didn't quite have a good idea.
I mean, we made Brothers in Arms. We didn't know Call of Duty existed when that was coming out, and then Call of Duty gets announced, which was a World War II game at the time. So we're like, damn it. We built it good. There was room for both of us, which is also always true. Is there's always room for more than one thing in a genre.
Yeah. Just because
those horses are amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like,
hey guys.
Hey guys.
He's just so happy. It's like, hey, my mom's gonna see me on this video game. She gonna be so proud. Hey, Dad, look at me. I'm on James Pond. You said
Dad.
You said I wouldn't amount to anything. Look at me. I'm in a video game.
Can I add a layer of character nuance here?
You may.
I feel like that guy wouldn't say dad. His dad he would just call by his name. So he'd be like, hey, Gus!
I like it. Hey, Gus! How you feel now, Gus?
You ever play Mega Man Legends 2, Gus?
I'm in it.
Hello.
Hey, my name's Dwayne. I'm a house. I'm a chess house.
So one of the things bodies have to do, yes, including fish, is that you eat things, and then that goes down and gets digested, and then it comes out, and then you keep repeating that cycle.
No, that doesn't.
If you extended your sides apart, you would die.
Sorry, that doesn't sound right to me at all, Mike. I'm sorry. I can't. Can someone in the chat look that up on Snopes for me just to verify?
If your body is split in half, do you die?
Do you die? Question mark. Start a thread. Get Yahoo Answers on the case because I feel.
You know what would kill me is if I was typing that and then Google auto completed it, because that always happens. What would James Pond taste like? Asks James Williams.
Ask James Woods.
Has anyone ever eaten a goldfish?
I've had a goldfish cracker.
That's not the same. That's like saying I ate a camel because I had animal crackers.
It's like saying I ate a camel because I stuffed a cigarette in my mouth and chewed it vigorously because I just needed a rush.
That's why I only smoke camels. Pulls out an animal cracker. Smoking camels, getting high, 420 no scope. Let's do it.
No scoping itself is impressive, but no scoping 420 times consecutively, that is a ball of movie.
Here, a very good suggestion. I'm gonna throw this out at you. Please respond accordingly.
All right.
Lemmings 3D was a PS1 game.
Oh, I don't know that I've ever played. I've played a lot of Lemmings games.
I've never played it either. I have also played a shitload of Lemmings games. I used to play the SNES one all the time. Because the Versus mode was great.
Oh, Versus was great. I remember playing Versus on the Amiga with my sister. We didn't have 2 mouses, so I just gave her the joystick and she couldn't do anything. So I would win every time. It was great.
I played with only the joysticks. Me and my sister would play, but we just had a controller.
Yeah. Oh no!
Idris Elba should voice James Bond.
Idris Elba...
Idris Elba should voice blank. True.
Idris Elba Idris Elba should voice, period.
Yeah. Voice what? Everything.
I'm trying to think about... I want Idris Elba to play me in the inevitable biopic they make of my life.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask? Is that on...
I mean, from a technical perspective, absolutely is too much to ask, but, follow your dream.
Are you concerned that maybe the age difference might be visible on screen? Because he's definitely older than I am. No disrespect to Idris Elba, of course. I just,
I'm not sure I understand. I'm going to take Debo Molina's comment out of context. Ham, Chihuahua 4 is better. Ham.
No, he's atting Griffin Ham.
Oh, I thought you were saying there should be a Chihuahua 4 made out of ham. And I was like, yeah, there should also be one of those.
I'd eat that.
Hashtag ham, Chihuahua 4.
Just hashtag I'd eat that.
Both. You gotta have both hashtags.
Yeah. I think for James Pond, you want someone who can command a room. Command a room by kind of stretching up vertically to.
You need a ham Chihuahua 4.
You do.
You need something like a random snake, cross-eyed, goofy snake. Oh, drop the fish dentures there. Or car dentures.
I'm gonna make a ballsy pitch for who should be James Pond. Helen Mirren. I think it's time.
Hashtag let Mirren Pond.
Let Mirren Pond.
Let Mirren Pond. It's been long enough, guys.
It's
Hollywood.
Been...
Pond Live Smack. No.
That's too far.
It does.
And dead. Game over. That's it, everyone. We got 9 minutes left. I don't even think I've got any continues left. Nope. Dr. Maybe will rule the world. Robocod has failed. Come with us. Oh, that's grim.
What?
That's grim. He fails, so the penguins smoke and eat him.
So the chat appears to be turning on us. They seem to want Meryl Streep for James Pond. Hashtag let Meryl Pond. Listen, and let Meryl Pond is a very good hashtag.
I do like that. I feel like Meryl Streep is actually too safe an option for James Pond. Because you also
It's safe to me as Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is very safe. I also think you kind of have to go British. You're kind of obligated to go British.
I would say Tom Hanks can play British, but I'm almost entirely sure he can't.
He's a very accomplished actor.
Actually, absolutely 3-time Oscar winner, or 2-time winner, 3-time nominee, I think. But well, back in the early 90s, he's obviously been nominated and won a lot since then. But
he's also very good.
I don't think he's ever done a British accent.
I've never heard him do a British accent.
I can't place it, and I have pretty weird memory of movies, and I can't. Oh, now Judi Dench has entered the fray. There's just too many good James Ponds. These are all I'm happy if all of them did.
Yeah.
Let's make a James Pond trilogy, and they each get one movie.
Well, you let them do a few movies each. You let James Pond build up as a film franchise.
Sort of Doctor Who style.
Yeah, you hand off the role, and then you do a big crossover, where you establish they're not all playing the same person. They're different.
It's giving me a headache.
Yeah, I'm trying to level up. I'm trying really hard to stop bouncing right now. There we go. Here we go. I'm trying really hard to stop bouncing right now, by the way. Also, a thing I once heard a coke addict say.
Had a coke addict say? How did you have a coke addict?
I heard a coke addict say that he had to stop bouncing.
Was he?
No, he was not. He was trying to. How is that the thing that makes you laugh? He was trying to play Mario Kart 8 with a PS4 controller and was gently baffled by the fact that he wasn't doing anything.
He was pressing. I'm just pressing R over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. And then we told him that it was a PS4 controller, and he looked down at the controller with an air of confusion, and then up at us with a look of betrayal and disgust, and then went right back to thinking he was playing.
That's a normal reaction for getting handed a PS4 controller. I've been betrayed!
I don't own a PS4, but I also do... Whoa, that's never happened before. I also do want to play The Last of Us eventually. And I feel like the PS4 is probably the best. I feel like I'm probably going to get a PS4 eventually, right?
You should. I would almost recommend Horizon Zero Dawn over Last of Us.
Really? Okay.
Horizon Zero Dawn is like really good, but it's also fresh in my brain because it was the last big game I played through. But it's fantastic, just gorgeous, like you wouldn't believe. And I'm comparing it to Last of Us when I say that.
Gotcha.
Which is also gorgeous, but not like this.
It's a different kind of gorgeous.
It's the mechanical dinosaur stuff mixed with I mean, it's just beautiful.
Okay, this sounds like you're making up stuff about this game now.
No, Horizon Zero Dawn is like a post-apocalyptic game where technology has sort of destroyed us, but like it's created these big dinosaurs out of technology. It's silly, but like you get used to it so quick, and it's just gorgeous. The way everything moves feels so right.
Okay, I can get behind that.
I'm sure everyone in the chat will now back me up because it's a game that's pretty universally loved. So.
Kurt Larson says robo animals such as James Pond.
Can't argue with Werner Herzog's James Pond.
He walked around in the orange-looking pudding, pondering his life's mistakes. If only I hadn't given my daughter up for adoption when I was just a lonely robotic fish.
My Werner Herzog is not very good, but
you need a trilogy of movies to explain how James Pond became Robocod.
You really do. It's a big step in his life, I think.
Because in order
becoming a robot.
In order to appreciate his Robocodidity, you need to first explore his James Pondiness.
Jesus. There's a couple people said it, including Kenneth Meyer in the letter U, but Horizon Zero Pond.
Cool. Okay, let's do this while we've got a few minutes left.
Jean-Pierre Genet's James Bond. Oh, Jacques Pond. Jacques Papond.
Find a video game or movie that absolutely should not have James Pond in it and put James Pond in it.
Gauntlet Legends.
Like, as like
Green Wizard, need food badly. Also the fish.
The fish is also present.
I'm also here. I'm James Pond.
I'm James Pond.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, hi, Dr. Fish.
Hi, everybody.
James Pond, the last... Jurassic Pond, the last card.
Oh, it's very good, but it's great. It's gravy.
John Wick. That's it. Just John Wick.
I hope that was just someone just being like, I only go into random streams and just type John Wick. And then I leave and I go to another stream and I type John Wick.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're talking about. You're always right if all you have to say is John Wick. Man, I'm having such a rough day. I don't know what we're gonna do to fix our country. John Wick. You know, you're right. He's right.
Hello and welcome to the Antiquing Hour, a show where we discuss actual antiques and appraise them. Chat, we'd like to throw over to you to hear what kind of antiques you would like us to see appraised in future. John Wick, okay. Not an antique.
I was gonna be John Wick. Please say into the microphone what you'd like to see. John Wick. Is that okay?
Hello. I'm Fraser Crane, I'm listening.
Someone killed John Wick's goldfish and he wants revenge.
That's the plot of part 3, right? Oh, don't be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was him. The fish just died because that's what goldfish do.
You're gonna run out and then there's Keanu and he just shoots the fish and you're like, I didn't know James Pond from the 90s was a crossover with John Wick from the 2010s.
Yeah,
there it is, clear as day.
It's a shared cinematic universe.
Did not know that. Very excited about it, but did not know it.
Yeah. I think it's really cool that they actually got the original James Ponds to come back for John Wick Part 3. I thought that was really cool. Nice nod to the history of the franchise.
Wow, one of those was worth like a lot of points.
How do you get up? Get up! Get on up! There we go. I did it.
That was surprisingly good.
Thank you.
When Sally Hawkins is working at a lab, she sees a poor soul being tortured, and his name is Pond. James Pond, in the shape of water. Nominated tonight in the shape of water. James Pond for the shape of water. That actually is really, really funny. We thought it was somebody else, but it was actually James Pond.
It was just James Pond. I thought it was Doug Jones on the heavy... No, it is actually James Pond.
Actually, not Doug Jones.
James Pond is a real person. That's impressive. This is too much. It's upside down and it's bouncy.
Yeah, and it's like... Wait, was that a glass of wine and a corkscrew?
Yeah. Why not? It's Christmas.
James Pond is like 14.
How do you know how old James Pond is? He's a secret agent. Mind you, it is established in both Bruno the Kid and Kim Possible that, you know, sometimes secret agents start young, so...
It's true. I am using the Kim Possible defense. Hashtag the Kim Possible defense.
If the glove doesn't fit, what is the sitch?
If the glove doesn't fit, it's so fetch.
Call me, beat me, if you want to acquit me.
This is the worst level ever.
I've got to wait
oh
for
my god!
I've got to wait for him to stop bouncing so he can actively...
Go get a sandwich. You're gonna be her alive. Holy crap!
Oh, Debo, you're the hashtag the Kim Possible question.
Yes.
Who can play Kim Possible?
Cloudy with the chance of James Pond.
Dame Judi Dench can play Kim Possible. Cool one.
I would totally watch a Kim Possible movie starring Judi Dench.
Cool one, beep one if you want to reach one.
So we have to be like 100,000 points over the world record now. 258,400. It's a lot of points.
I'm up there. Anyway, so that was that world. We've got... I guess we can wrap up whenever, because we've been going for an hour and 15.
Yeah, but somebody wrote us some James Pond fan fiction, so...
Who did you tweet that at, Clinton? Was that tweeted at me or at Mikey?
This was tweeted at me.
Okay, cool.
It's from Clever Foodies.
Yep, that is Clinton. Hey, Clinton.
So the cast of this... Sorry, let me get comfortable here. Sorry, let me put on my NPR voice. The cast of today's selection is James Pond, played by Helen Mirren, Professor Scientist, played by Liam Neeson, Benadryl Cucumber Patch, played by Ben Padden. I am actually so happy you're finally playing a character named Benadryl.
Actually, fun fact, I don't usually talk about this, but Benadryl is my legal first name.
And of course, Seymour Von Tinsel, played by Idris Elba. The waning sunlight reflected off the polished marble floor of the Howard Johnson lobby, striking Agent Pond in the face and waking him from his slumber. He slowly opened his eyes and tried to shake off the haze of a deep sleep. Glancing around, there seemed to be nobody in sight. What was he doing here? Why had he fallen asleep in the lobby of a Hojo? And where the heck was anybody else? The last thing he remembered was searching through the archives in the basement of Professor Scientist's office in Burbank. Now he seemed to be somewhere else entirely, and judging by the setting sun, it was many hours later. What had happened? Hard as he tried, he could not remember anything that led him to this point. This bothered James severely, as he did the lack of patrons in the hotel lobby. Howard Johnson? I love this sentence. Howard Johnson is a very popular hotel chain. That's the whole sentence. Their rooms are beautiful, and their free hot breakfast is second to none. Well, except maybe Holiday Inn Express. Have you seen those? They have 60-second pancake machine. It's fantastic. Anyways, Pond stood and began to look around the vacant lobby, searching for any sign of people or reason why they would have missed. How long is this?
8 years.
Oh, I'm almost done. Where was I? A thought hit him. He searched his own pockets frantically, quickly realizing that it had gone. No! He muttered quietly. No! His collector's edition Flying Gonzo playing cards were gone. He had spent months scouring eBay to find that set and spent the better part of his salary to acquire it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Now James was angry. He began speedwalking through the lobby looking for anyone. Eventually, he made his way onto the street, mumbling obscenities to himself. That's when he saw them. Standing across the street, perched upon the hood of a 1978 Buick Skylark, was his greatest nemesis. Benadryl Cucumber Patch. He held in his outstretched hand the deck of cards that Agent Pond had so yearned for. Marvelous. About time you woke up, sleepyhead, shouted the evil Benadryl. You are too late.
Oh wait, I have to. How many layers are here? Is that you doing me doing Benedict Cumberbatch doing Jason Statham?
Sorry, Benadryl Cucumber Patch.
Yes, my apologies.
Anyway, there's only one more couple sentences. A fiendish giggle echoes down the street. Pond turns to see Benadryl's minion, Seymour Von Tinsel, aiming a neon pink grenade launcher in his direction with a devilish smirk. Tinsel pulled the trigger and fired. To be continued next live stream.
Nope.
That
was amazing.
Yeah, we now have fan fiction from our streams entering the atmosphere here. I'm very excited.
It's definitely it's pretty cool. Plus, I think we're now canon in the James Pond universe.
You just have to say you're canon. That's the rule, right?
It's kind of like the Doctor Who universe doesn't have established canon. Star Trek has an obsessively tiered. Star Wars had tiered canon, and James Pond is just, if someone says it's canon, it's canon.
Yeah, that's sounds correct.
Yeah.
So, what are we playing next week?
PlayStation game. God, someone has suggested. There were a bunch of suggestions.
There was a lot of stuff. I'm still kind of feeling medieval.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
It's goofy. He also his voice is.
So you did the voice of medieval.
Yeah. Hi, I'm a skeleton.
Medieval is topical, says Griffin Ham. Which I think there've been talks about a revival or a remake or a reboot or.
Well, the guy that worked on this game worked on that series too. So it's all in the family. We're keeping it going.
It's full house.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to us returning for 2018 for the Antiquing Hour. Hope you had a good time.
20 antiquing.
20. Not giving you that one.
Let me have something.
I can't.
28 seeking. 20.
We'll see you all next week.
Just like no acknowledgement. If you've been watching, thank you. If you haven't been watching, where have you been? You're missing out. But we're going to stop this stream and get on with our adult lives.
Those exist.
Yeah. Bye.